Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Let me go ahead and take the face mask off. The boom bap. So today, guys, is not me making a beat. The thing that we're going to talk about today is how to make money as a sample-based producer. And I have 5 fast ways just to get you started today. And I'm pretty sure that most of you have everything on my list. A lot of people think that being a sample-based producer means no money. It means that we're not going to make any money. It means that the sample companies are going to take all the money from us and we're not going to be able to feed our kids or our family or live our passion out. And that's a myth. That's a really terrible myth. I don't know where that came from. I don't know who thought of that. I don't know who's going around saying that all these years, but that's a myth and that's incorrect. Because as a sample-based producer in this day and age, there's so many different things that we can do now that we can make a living doing them. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is 5 fast ways on how to make money as a sample-based producer. Assuming that you have everything in order, like a BeatStars, like a DistroKid, a place where you can release your music, and BeatStars actually has that option now. So, for 20 bucks a month, you get a lot of stuff. Assuming that you have a YouTube, assuming that you have videos or Facebook or Instagram, things like that. 5 different ways that you can go about making an income or creating an income or creating passive income when it comes to being a sample-based producer. So number 1 thing that you should have is content. Content being beats, videos, sound kits. Your beats should be up on Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, BeatStars, Audio Mac. There's so many different sites out there because artists are there, listeners are there. We're not even gonna focus on artists per se. Listeners are at these places. They're at Bandcamp looking for beat tapes. They're at Spotify looking for music to study to, lo-fi music to listen to. BeatStars, there's artists there that are looking for beats to record to. That's passive income. That's money that can be made while you're sleeping. So content is the number 1 thing that you need to focus on. Things like that don't necessarily cost you any money. You can use your phone. For a while, you guys watched all my videos and I made them all on an iPhone 8. They're on an iPhone 12 now, but for the past year and a half, I used the iPhone 8 and you guys didn't even know unless I told you in the comments. Content is something that it's passively there. Like, people just watch it and you're at home asleep. People watching it in another country. People listening to your beats in another country, people buying your kits or wanting your kits somewhere else while you're asleep. That's passive income. So content is a big thing. So you need to focus on content if you're not already as a sample-based producer. Number 2, monetize. Monetizing your content. Knowing how to monetize your content is very important. And I want you guys to understand, whether you make 10 cents or you make $100 or you make $1,000, you made that from something out of your brain. So don't go into this feeling like, the money's not flowing fast enough. Last year, my royalty check from YouTube alone was like $11. But then the next time I got a check, it was like 50 bucks. So that shows you that jump, 11 bucks to 50, that's a $40, $39 jump. So it doesn't really matter how much at the beginning, just find the ways to monetize. And I'm going to tell you how to monetize your content. So you can monetize your content through placement. Everyone thinks that placements just mean with an artist. A placement can be with an artist on a Spotify playlist, on TV, on a YouTube video that a vlogger or some tech channel used. Those are placements and those are valuable. You can make money from that. So how do you make money from an artist using your beat? Obviously royalties. How do you make money from being on a Spotify playlist? Obviously people are listening, so that means royalties are running because people are listening to the beat or the song. How do you make money from licensing? Licensing on TV, there's non-exclusive licensing and there's exclusive licensing. So some TV shows will say, hey, we just want to use this for the show, 30 seconds, boom, boom, we'll give you this amount of money. Bam. And you can get royalties from the reruns of the show itself as well. So that's one way. You need to be signed up with a pro. That's a performing rights organization. Now that's BMI, CSAC, ASCAP. These companies go and they get mechanical royalties for you. So, you know, things like iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora. These pros will go get this money for you from these streaming services. So you need to be signed up. Anything like the radio. So if an artist or a song you produced a song for a commercial and it's on the radio, the performing rights organization will go get that money for you. So you need to make sure that you are signed up for a performing rights organization. Like I said, that's BMI, that's ASCAP, which are the two dominating ones. But CSAC, I think you have to be invited to, and there's more out there as well. But I'm with BMI personally. I like BMI. I signed up when I was like 16 years old. Didn't know what I was doing, but it was good because when it came time, when I was getting placements, I was already in the game. I was already set up. I was already straight. So the next thing is going to be micro syncs. Micro syncs is pretty much anything that's played on like YouTube, stuff like that. YouTube is not necessarily a streaming service. It is a streaming service, but it's not when it comes to, we're talking about monetization. It's a micro synchronization. And pretty much they go collect that money from YouTube and make sure that, you know, and there's a lot of other things that they get the money for too. But they make sure that you get paid for this stuff, right? Songtrust is about $100 to sign up. I would suggest signing up for Songtrust first, and they automatically sign you up for BMI. So you don't even have to worry about going through the process of signing up for BMI if you're already paying that $100 with Songtrust. And if you'd like to sign up, just hit the link in the description down below. Use that link to get $10 off, all right? I would suggest Songtrust. I stand by that. Songtrust, that's the truth. And it's it's like kind of a all-in-one kind of thing when it comes to the microsync and then PROs as well. So performing rights agency, it's all in one. Songtrust itself is not a PRO. So don't think that you need only Songtrust and don't need BMI or ASCAP or CSAC. I'm saying only sign up for Songtrust because they sign you up for BMI. So if you don't have BMI, it's good to sign up for Songtrust because they will set you up for BMI. If you already have ASCAP and all that, perfectly fine. It's okay. They'll ask you what you have, but if you don't, sign up. The next thing is content ID, and this is still a part of all monetization and monetizing your content. Content ID, what is that? Content ID pretty much is they go get the money from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, these kind of, you know, social media platforms, I should say. Although Songtrust goes to get their mechanical, their royalty, they go get a piece of the pie. Content ID go gets a piece of the pie as well. But what I use Content ID, and this is how I separate the two. I use Content ID for, let's say, things that nobody's used. So like my beats. The beats that I put out without an artist being attached to it is what I report to my Content ID. You can use companies like Identify, AdRev. They go get this Content ID money for you. If I'm dropping something like just a beat on YouTube, I would upload those to Identify because that's the company that I use. That way it's protected. If anybody takes that beat and they use it, because BeatStars doesn't do it anymore, Identify is what I had to go with, so they go get that money for me if somebody uses that particular beat. So that's what I use Identify for, and that's, like I said, the Content ID thing. You can't necessarily do that with Songtrust because Songtrust only goes to find songs that are already registered. So let's say if an artist puts a song out, Billy puts No Cap out, and you produced it for Billy. Well, you go to Songtrust and you enter that information in. Then Songtrust will go get that money for you. Identify, you have to upload the actual file. So they're gonna go and they're gonna listen to everything out there that's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, like everything, like all that type of stuff. They're gonna go get the Content ID for you based off of that file that you send in there. The links will be below for them, for Identify and AdRev. The last thing when it comes to monetization that I want to talk about is distribution. I spoke a little bit about this when I talked about the microsync and the Content ID. Distribution is something that we all need, and as you guys know, I've dropped 2 beat tapes. I've used DistroKid to distribute my music, and I've made past videos about DistroKid, so if you want to go watch it, you can go check that out. So DistroKid will put your music out to all of the streaming platforms out there for you. That's another passive income. That's something that is gonna make money while you sleep, because like I said, when you have your beats, you have your videos, you have your sound kits and things like that, that's passive income. But say if you put a beat tape out on DistroKid, you need to be able to make money off of those streams and people purchasing the actual, beat tape. Same thing with Bandcamp. It's passive income. So Bandcamp is a place where you can upload that album or that beat tape or whatever and sell it for a specific price. You can sell vinyl on there, you can sell merch on there. These are different ways, different things that you can make money from. So number 3, the third thing that I want to talk about, the third topic, is memberships. What are memberships? Memberships are just something where you get people hooked in, they pay a monthly price, and you give them some type of something in return. For us as producers, that would be beats. So let's say you started a beat club and you're like, hey, all my artists out there, for $20 a month, I'll give you 10 beats a month. 10 beats, $20 a month. That's a steal. I don't know who would jump on that or how long they would stay in that, but I haven't tested that. But I know that I've seen that. Some rappers like it, especially when they know that it's a producer that they rock with. So it could be that, you sell them or you give them a beat tape every month, a certain amount of beats every single month for $20. There's artists out there that will pay that. You could also do sample packs. You could sell sample packs as a membership service. So, you can say, hey, producers, $10 a month. Guess what? You get all the sound packs on my site for free as a member. Or you get a discount and I'll give you other content in the background. So you have to make it valuable for the artists or the other producers that are a part of your membership service. You could do lessons like member tutorials. So people that are there that are members, you could make tutorials exclusive for them. So information, giving them information on beat making, how to sell beats online. There's so many different things that you can do with that membership service. It's really up to you. It's really up to you. That's another way that you can make money though. Number four is courses. So courses, there's so many different things that you can say and do when it comes to courses, because courses, so much information out there. DAW tutorials, so tutorials on whatever digital audio workstation you work on, like FL Studio, Propellerhead Reason, Ableton, Logic Pro. You can make tutorials on this stuff. Come up with a Logic Pro for Dummies, FL Studio for Dummies, things like that, because there's people out there that don't know the information that we know. And we can give that to them. We can help them. And when you're helping someone, people want to pay for that help. I would suggest you create some courses, on beat making as well, sound designing, mixing, mastering, recording, things that you know how to do as a producer. If you don't want to go the YouTube route and do the free content thing, that's okay. You can make courses and sell courses to producers and artists that want to learn. Information, it's valuable and people want to pay for it. So be the one that gives it to them, all right? Number five, the last way here, is just, I call this other. This is like the other category, because it's not necessarily something that, I don't know, you can't really put a name to it, right? Or a task. So other would be, for me, I work at a recording studio. So I make money at this recording studio as well. So I record, mix, master, things like that in that recording studio. So that's a way for me to make some extra money. For you, you can do the same thing. So audio or studio recording is one thing that you could do as other to make money as a sample-based producer. Another thing is live sound. So setting up live sound at like a church, setting up live sound for a festival, things like that. If you can find companies out there that handle live sound and you can go work for them, that's another way for you to make money as a sample-based producer. You may not be making money off of your beats, but the thing that we're wanting to do now is that we want to make money in every way we can. It's not just about just beats anymore. It's about, okay, I have 5 strengths. Number 1, I can make beats. Number 2, I can mix. Number 3, I can record you. Number 4, I can make sound kits. Number 5, I can teach you something. So you got 5 different things that you do as a producer, and now you can monetize every single one of those things. So if you think about it, let's say all 5 of these things were $20 a pop. That's $100. So if you sell one of these things a day, that's $100. Or one of each of these things a day, that's $100 a day. $100 a day from all of those tasks that you do, that's 5 things. You only need to find 5 people or one person that needs all 5 of these things. It's easy to make this money. We just have to get out of the mindset of beats. It's not just beats anymore. It's more than just beats. You need to have a focus on what else do I know how to do? Because now I can use that to make more money. I hope this helps somebody out there today. This is just 5 fast ways how to make money as a sample-based producer. So question of the day, what are other ways that you as a producer know how to make money musically, so that we can make money passively. Drop it in the comments and let people know, let us all know, so that we can share some knowledge. All right, I hope that I inspired you guys to go create. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.